Once upon a time, in the heart of the African jungle, there lived a young boy named Tarzan. He was not like other children. Tarzan was raised by a group of friendly gorillas. One day, a kind female gorilla named Kala found a small baby in her nest. The baby's parents had been killed by a ferocious leopard. Feeling pity for the helpless child, Kala decided to adopt him as her own. She named him Tarzan, which meant white skin in the language of the gorillas. As Tarzan grew, he learned to move swiftly through the trees and communicate with the animals. He became friends with a wise old elephant named Tantor and a cheeky monkey called Turk. Tarzan's life in the jungle was filled with adventure and excitement. Years passed, and Tarzan became a strong and agile young man. He had a special bond with his gorilla family and felt like one of them. But deep down, he was curious about the world beyond the jungle. One day, a group of explorers led by Professor Porter and his daughter Jane arrived in the jungle. They were there to study the animals and the wildlife. Tarzan, curious as ever, watched them from a distance. He was particularly fascinated by Jane, who was kind and had a love for animals just like him. As Tarzan observed the newcomers, he became more and more interested in their world. He decided to approach them cautiously. At first, they were startled by his appearance, but Jane, with her warm smile, offered her hand in friendship. Tarzan was amazed by her, and he showed her around the jungle, introducing her to his animal friends. Jane and Tarzan spent a lot of time together, teaching each other about their worlds. Tarzan tried to learn English from Jane, and he showed her the secrets of the jungle. They became the best of friends. However, their newfound friendship faced a threat. A greedy man named Clayton, who accompanied the explorers, had sinister plans. He was after a treasure hidden deep in the jungle and was willing to capture and harm the animals to get it. He deceived Tarzan, making him believe that they were there to help protect the jungle. Soon, Tarzan discovered Clayton's true intentions and realized that his jungle home was in grave danger. He had to act quickly to save his family and friends. Tarzan, along with his animal allies, including Tantor and Turk, stood up against Clayton and his men to protect their home. A thrilling battle ensued in the jungle as Tarzan and his friends fought to defend their territory. In the end, they managed to outwit Clayton and his gang. They chased them away, ensuring the safety of the jungle and its inhabitants. After the victory, Tarzan had to make a difficult decision. Jane and her father were preparing to leave the jungle and return to their world. Tarzan had grown to care deeply for Jane, but he knew that he belonged to the jungle. With a heavy heart, he bid farewell to his dear friend. As the explorers sailed away from the jungle, Tarzan was left behind, watching their ship disappear into the distance. He felt a mix of emotions, sadness at the departure of his friend Jane, and a sense of responsibility towards his jungle family. Tarzan continued to protect the jungle, living a life of adventure and exploration. He knew that he had a special place in the hearts of the animals and the jungle he called home. And so, the story of Tarzan, the young man raised by gorillas, continued in the heart of the African jungle, a place of wonder, friendship, and endless adventure. This story introduces children to the adventures of Tarzan, his love for the jungle, and the importance of protecting nature and its inhabitants.